Hi everyone, welcome to this class. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful fabric flower, which can be used as sleeve or it can be placed anywhere on a dress. So please stick to the end of the tutorial. If you are joining us for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Thank you for joining us, and for our returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So let's get into today's work. To draft the fabric flower that can be used for a sleeve, now if you notice on the flower, it has three different sizes on it. So we're just going to be using this pattern, this square we've cut out now. We are going to be using it to draw out all the design. So as we are cutting each size, we'll be tracing it out. So I'm going to explain better now. So you fold the box into two like this. So once you fold it into two equal parts, you are going to divide it into two. So this is 6 inches divided into two. I have 3 inches. So you mark out the lines like this. So once you do that now, so you are going to be drawing out a curve that connects from it comes like this to this place, and also a slight curve around this side. So to do this one out, there's no specific shape. It depends on how curvy you want it to be. So you just put your pattern ruler here like this to connect the lines. So just put your pattern rulers like this and connect it to this midpoint that we joined. So you have this for this side. So on this edge now, you can go in by a quarter of inch, that's 0.25, like this, and just connect the line like this. So you connect it here like this. So you have this now. So also on this edge, you go up by half an inch, 0.5, half an inch like this. Then you are going to connect it. So you connect those points to this point. Notice how I'm placing my curve. I'm not putting it up like this. You place it down like this, like an inverted curve kind of. So you have this now. Okay, so once you have this, you can go ahead to cut out the excesses. So after cutting it out, if you open it, this is what the flower you'll be looking at. So when you cut this on the fabric now, you are just going to give it a little bit of pleat to pleat it on the base that we'll be using. So we have this now. Like I said earlier, the shape is in 3 sizes. So to get the 3 sizes, instead of cutting each on different pattern paper, so you just mark it out like this. So from the tip here, I'll step down by 1. So I'll connect this to this point. Go ahead and cut it. Okay, so for the first layer of the flower, I've cut it out. So these are the 6 pairs. You know, they are going to be double. We folded the fabric into 4. So these are the 6 pairs we'll be using for the first layer of the flower. So now that we are done with the first one, we can go ahead now to trim it off like this. So also we'll be using this pattern to cut out the second size of the petals. So also you'll be cutting 6 of this. You make sure that your fabric is on the fold of 4. You place this on the folded part like this, then you're going to trace out the patterns. Okay, so these are all the pieces I've cut together that we'll be using. This is the big one, the second one, and the other one. So for this last one now, I cut only 3 pairs. So we're going to only be needing 3 pairs. And also I cut these small ones. We are going to be stuffed this one with fiber. So it's just going to be puffy on the flower, on the petals on its own. And here I cut the base. So I made the base to be 7 by 7. So from this side here is 7 inches, and also on this side is 7 inches. So once we cut this now, we can go ahead to stitch all the pieces together. So for the base, you're going to be stitching it round, then just leave a little space here to turn it over. And also for all of this, you take them to a pair, 2 each. So you stitch from this side, you stitch all around to this other side to turn over. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for all of these pieces. Okay, so for all of the pieces now, I've stitched them together and I've pressed it down to make it relax. So this is the base. So we're going to be starting with this big one now. So just put it on the edge of the base like this. Maybe you're going like 1 inch or half an inch. So you just fold it like this. So you make it like this. You fold it on the base like this. You can pin it down, or you just take it straight to the sewing machine. So you have this one. You take the next one also. Now when you are joining it, you make sure the lap is not that it's one finish that you start another one. You make sure that they lap on each other like this. Okay, so now when you are done running the stitch, you just pull the thread. So you pull the thread like this. You see that the rose shape is forming already. So next thing you're going to do is, after you've put the thread, you just roll it together and you secure it down with your thread. So you shape it in the shape of the rose of your choice. So just wrap it together. So when you are doing like this, you pull it, you secure it down first. Okay, so you have this, then you shape it into any form of rose shape you want. So let's start from here. So in order to secure it down, I'm going to be passing my needle to the other side to make it firm so that it will not loose. You know, it was a gather stitch we run through. So you do this like this. So you roll it again. You just continue the process till you get to the end, to the other hand, like it is secured down. So now like this, you just go ahead and stitch it to anywhere. So you can use it as sleeve, you can use it as a petal in front of the dress, or anything of your choice. So thank you for joining us, and see you in the next class.